Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between green hills, there lived a boy named Noah. Noah was curious and kind-hearted, always asking big questions that made even the adults stop and think. He loved to climb the tallest hill in the village and watch the sun rise. To him, the world seemed so big, and he often wondered, what is the way to true happiness? How can I find a life that never ends? One day, while walking through the forest near his village, Noah came across a narrow, winding path he'd never seen before. The path was surrounded by tall trees whose leaves whispered in the wind. At the entrance of the path stood an old man with a long white beard and gentle eyes. The old man smiled as Noah approached. "Hello, young one," the man said. "What brings you here today?" Noah hesitated but then spoke honestly. "I'm looking for the way to a life filled with happiness and truth. Do you know where I can find it?" The old man's eyes sparkled. "Ah, you're asking a question many have asked before you. But the answer isn't in things or places. The answer is a person. Follow this path and you will understand." With that, the man stepped aside, and Noah began his journey down the narrow path. The trail was not easy. It twisted and turned, sometimes climbing steep hills and at other times dipping into dark valleys. Along the way, Noah met people who each had something to teach him. The first person he met was a shepherd named Grace. She was sitting by a stream, tending to her sheep. She greeted Noah warmly and asked, "Where are you going, young traveler?" "I'm looking for the way to happiness and truth," Noah replied. Grace nodded knowingly. "Let me tell you something, Noah. I guide my sheep every day, leading them to green pastures and clean water. They trust me because they know I care for them. Just like my sheep trust me, you need to trust the one who knows the way. Keep going. You'll understand soon." Encouraged, Noah continued his journey. The next person he met was a carpenter named Hope. The carpenter was building a beautiful table and invited Noah to sit for a moment. "Why are you traveling this road?" Hope asked. Noah explained his quest and Hope smiled. "Every piece of wood I shape has a purpose. Even when I cut or sand it, I'm preparing it for something beautiful. Life is like that. Sometimes it's hard, but every step prepares you for something greater. Don't give up." Feeling more determined, Noah continued down the path. He faced storms, crossed rivers, and climbed rocky mountains. Each challenge made him stronger, though at times he felt like giving up. Finally, he reached a small wooden gate. Beyond the gate was a garden filled with light and beauty unlike anything he had ever seen. At the center of the garden stood a man with open arms and a radiant smile. Noah felt his heart leap with joy, though he didn't know why. "Who are you?" Noah asked, his voice trembling. The man's voice was gentle yet powerful. "I am Jesus. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." Noah's eyes widened. Suddenly, everything he had experienced made sense. The narrow path, the shepherd, the carpenter. It had all been leading him to this moment. Jesus continued, "Noah, you have been searching for happiness, truth, and life that never ends. I am the answer to your questions. Follow me, and I will lead you to the Father, where you will find everything your heart desires." Tears filled Noah's eyes as he stepped into the garden. He felt a peace and joy he had never known. From that day on, Noah's life was never the same. He returned to his village, sharing his story and telling everyone about the one who is the way, the truth, and the life. "I walked a path so narrow, so steep, through valleys low and mountains deep. I sought the truth, a life so grand, a place where joy and peace would stand. A shepherd said, 'Trust, follow the call.' Carpenter shaped me through it all. Each step prepared, each trial refined, the way to hope, the truth defined. Then I met him, arms open wide. In his presence, my fears subside. 'I am the way,' he said to me, 'the truth, the life, your destiny. Now I know my heart's alive. Through him, true joy and peace arrive. No other road, no other name. He's the answer, always the same. So if you're searching, hear this rhyme. He's the way now and for all time.